Wait, before this video starts, do you want to get this mega coconut friend for completely free? Well, here's how you can do so in 3 easy steps. 1. Like this video and subscribe to my channel Pixie Patch on YouTube. 2. Go watch this video that I made on the mega coconut friend giveaway and go give that a like. And 3. Comment down below your Roblox username and why you deserve the coconut friend. And you're all entered. Good luck, my pixies. Hello, my pixies. Welcome or welcome back to Pixie Patch on YouTube. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how the Roblox game Adopt Me succeeded, where the game Grow a Garden completely failed. Now, Grow a Garden and Adopt Me were both the biggest games on Roblox at one point or the other, both during their peaks. And they both actually broke records with the amount of concurrent players in their game. Adopt Me with about 1.9 million players, when Grow a Garden had about 22.3 million. But at present, Grow a Garden has about 100k active players and Adopt Me has 260k. Now, this might not seem much of a difference, but when you consider how many more players Grow a Garden had at its peak, and the fact that it peaked in 2025 when Adopt Me peaked in 2020, almost 6 years ago, this leads us to the question of the video, which is why? In today's video, I'm going to be explaining why Adopt Me succeeded where Grow a Garden failed, and why Adopt Me is such a sustainable game in the Roblox community, and why I think it won't die anytime soon. So without further ado, let's get on to the discussion, but before I do so, make sure you like this video, comment your Roblox username, subscribe, and hype this video to be entered into my Mega Neon Coconut Friend giveaway that I'm doing in Adopt Me in the moment. So guys, let's get into the discussion. Now, the first reason why I think Adopt Me succeeded where Grow a Garden failed is the fact that it has a loyal fan base. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of the people that played Adopt Me during its peak obviously don't play Adopt Me anymore. Maybe they grew out of it, maybe they don't have time, people get older, but I mean, that's not going to be the case for Grow a Garden, right? Because its peak was only, 6 months ago? And I think it's because Adopt Me has a loyal fan base. Grow a Garden was kind of seen as the trendy, new, cool game with breaking records, the most amount of players a game has ever had. Everyone wanted a piece of that. Everyone wanted a piece of that pie, so everyone played it. Even if necessarily it wasn't their cup of tea, they just wanted to play it. Now, I get this might have been the case for Adopt Me as well. I mean, it was the new trending game at the time too. It was the biggest game on Roblox at one point. But that doesn't mean that its fan base wasn't loyal, because I know for a fact after the game peaked, a lot of players didn't just quit. Maybe it was a gradual thing, maybe people quit over time, because I know the player base isn't as big as it used to be, but it's nowhere near experienced the drop that Grow a Garden has. I mean, going from, obviously 22 million players was its absolute peak during its admin abuse, but going from about 2 million active players to about 100,000, even going below 100,000, it literally reached 50,000 active players, which is really, really sad. And I think that just proves that since it's not trendy, since it's not a fad anymore, people have just stopped playing, okay? And I know myself included. I mean, I personally stopped playing because I thought the updates were boring. But I think for a lot of people, the hype kind of just died down and it just didn't feel the same anymore. My next point is that the Adopt Me team always seem to listen to its fan base. I don't know if you're in the Adopt Me community or not, whoever's watching this. Maybe it's your first time ever seeing my channel. And if it is, comment down a butterfly emoji, because I love seeing who's new to my channel. But you would know that Adopt Me, the community, like the developers, they listen to their community, they listen to the fan base, okay? Whenever there's a complaint, Adopt Me usually ends up responding, unless the complaint is about there's too many stuff with Robux, which I think is totally fair. Like, you can't complain that there's too much stuff at Roblox when it's literally like a massive team that play Adopt Me that need to get paid. Like, of course there's gonna be Robux pets, but usually if there's like a bug or something wants improving, like this takes too long, this. Also, Adopt Me, if you're watching this, please reduce the amount of time that it takes to make a neon pet. This is PMOing, but usually Adopt Me seems to fix it, especially if there's bugs or complaints. Even like one time there was a bug in Adopt Me where the chances for this Robux item was lower than actually displayed, and I gave everyone a super rare item for it. And I even when like the DJ, obviously there was a DJ Game Pass, but since Roblox removed a lot of the sounds, they gave people who bought the DJ Game Pass like a free pet, like a new pet, just to say thank you for buying it. I'm so sorry that it doesn't work anymore. And I didn't need to do that. I don't think in that situation Grow a Garden would have done that, because I don't think they listen to their community, okay? I think Grow a Garden are personally, I think they're selfish, because even with their, I forget what the latest update is called, but people are complaining so much, but they didn't respond until 3 days later, and this is because they're greedy. They knew that people get upset and pay Robux for the stuff that if they fixed, they wouldn't pay Robux for. So they waited 3 days so people had emptied out their pockets and spent all of their money, and then by the time they fixed it, what was the point? They've already made all of their money. Now they're just targeting people with deeper pockets so they can make more money. And I don't think in this situation Adopt Me would do that. I think Adopt Me listens to its community in so many instances and genuinely gives players what they want and what they're looking for so many times. Unless obviously obviously a lot of the player base is children, so their suggestions don't really make sense. Like adding box trading, I think people get annoyed that hasn't been added. But I honestly think not adding it is one of the best things Adopt Me could ever do, because there are so many box duplication glitches. It would completely ruin the economy. And that actually leads on to my next point, which is Adopt Me has a stable value system. I don't know if you've played Grow a Garden or are in touch with Grow a Garden pet values, but pets are the main point of Grow a Garden nowadays. But the values aren't stable at all. And that's due to the fact that you could get eggs from any update at any point of time. Take, for example, the night egg, one of the oldest, rarest eggs in Grow a Garden. Can you get your raccoon? You can get more at any point using the seal method or the coin method. It's so easy to get more eggs. Like, literally, just use a pet as seal food, you can get more eggs. And obviously, the supply will dwindle, because not every time you sell a pet with a seal, you're going to get the egg back. But 50% of the time you do. And it's literally like, you can always get these eggs, okay? There's no limit. With Adopt Me, if you buy a pet, once the pet leaves the game, you can never get it again unless we trade in. And that is what leads to the gain and the loss in values. That is why Adopt Me's trading system is similar to stocks with supply and demand. And obviously, supply and demand used to be a huge factor for Grow a Garden too, but it's not anymore because it's so easy to get specific pets. Okay, and it's like, it just annoys me because this game used to have such a cool trading system, but now it's so hard to keep in touch which pets are gaining, which pets are like dwindling, and it's just because of stupid decisions from the owner's parts. The trading system is not stable because there's so many duping glitches with the pets. Okay, you can always get more eggs. There's no set value on stuff, and I think this is honestly the main reason why Adopt Me's alive, because of the trading system. And you can say what you want about values ruined Adopt Me, but values have always existed. It's a game of supply and demand. Okay, it's a game of pets, a game of trading. Every single game of trading is going to have values because of simple supply versus demand. Okay, without values, Adopt Me would be dead. You seriously think without trading people would still play the game? Of course not. Of course not. Values have always existed since day one. When pets were first released, values were created. Same thing with Grow a Garden, except they weren't able to have a stable value system, which again makes their players upset. Okay? Because what do you mean one day I have a pet that's worth the best pet in the game? One day I have a dragonfly, it's worth so much. And then the next day the dragonfly is worth near to nothing because so many people keep hatching the eggs. Like, what do you... Like, I just think if Grow a Garden got rid of seals and coins, and once you like hatched an egg, once the update was gone, you could never get any more of that egg, I think it would solve a lot of the problems that the game has, because then they would genuinely have a solid community that enjoy trading in the game, enjoy learning the values. And people can say Adopt Me's value system is confusing, oh my god, it changes so fast, this, but at least it isn't like unstable, in the sense that one day your pet could be worth so much and then the next day it's worth nothing because of glitches and because of blind spots that the creators missed. And when I play Grow a Garden, I don't feel stable with my pets. Like, literally, I feel like at any moment I could accidentally sell my pets and I lose them all. With Adopt Me, I don't feel like that. I know when I log in, my inventory, my inventory is still going to be there. I don't know, maybe I'm just making things up. Okay, I don't even know if you understood what I'm trying to say, but if you've played Adopt Me and played Grow a Garden, you know what I mean, you know which values are stable. So my last point is that Adopt Me adapts to what's popular. Even with admin abuse, they've started doing that, but what's popular with Grow a Garden's player base doesn't really seem to make much of a difference. Like, they say, Jandal says it's the end of a new era, blah blah blah, we gotta do this, but then the updates always seem to be the exact same as the ones that people complained about. So it's like, I think you would change that. And obviously admin abuse came from Grow a Garden, but Adopt Me kind of adapted with the times, and it's like, if Adopt Me stuck to role playing the whole time, then I think the game would be dead, obviously. But I don't know, I just feel like they're just not changing with what people want nowadays, what the new player base wants, because their player base now isn't going to be the same as the one from, you know, not years ago, sorry, months ago when they were at their peak. But I just think Grow Garden needs to listen to their player base more. They need to make them more, if you really want values and trading and your game to survive, I'd get rid of the C1 coin method personally, and raccoons, and I'd reset shekels, but, you know. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a lot of yapping. I hope it made sense, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And yeah, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hype, and comment down below your Pixie's name to be entered to my Mega Neon Coconut Fry giveaway. Let me know if you want a butterfly giveaway in Grow a Garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my Pixies. Do you want to know a completely free way that you guys can help support my channel? This is what you need to do. All you need to do is find my newest video, click the hype feature, and press hype. That will support my video and get onto the algorithm for completely free. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means the most to me, and if you can get this video onto the algorithm, I will be more than happy. And make sure you can check out my memberships if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Pixies. Bye!